Tonight's episode of the Vampire Squid Show is brought to you by Bailey's Baby Blood Supply. If you want to keep that youthful looking skin, you want to stay alive forever, you want to stay looking great like you did when you were 23, buy Bailey's Baby Blood to keep that fresh look on your face. Go get some.
Let's do this.
Yo, whose man is that, bro? Who let him talk?
Why is it gotta be Bailey's? Why are you putting this on the Irish?
It's Irish?
Why are we promoting
like
drinking
Bailey's
baby
sweet cream.
blood, man? I think
Yo, we are never
that's the
gonna
thing.
get away from this baby blood thing, are we?
Never.
I love
Never,
this.
dude.
We are never gonna.
I love
This
this.
is never gonna.
Baby
phase.
blood is a thing, dude.
Yes!
Like, that's a thing.
We're never gonna phase out of this and shit. We're gonna have portable
Why
fetuses
did
in
I
our back.
think
It's here to stay. Like the
We're
baby's
gonna-
blood makes you.
I swear to God, we're gonna have fetuses in our pockets. Just go,
I think it was just a
That's
music
it.
thing, man.
You made it worse, dude.
It happened
Like,
in
you
South Park.
had in what?
at some point,
Yeah.
it's gonna die.
There was an old episode of South Park that had
Okay.
fetuses and it'll crack them open and it'll just drink them.
Oh,
Shit,
fucking South
we're
Park.
fucked.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
South
it's a
Park
real
did it
thing.
There were
already.
fetuses?
It's a real
South
thing.
Park did it already. All right, so y'all know the New York law, right? The abortion law.
No.
You could abort at 32 weeks.
Jesus.
32
Wait,
weeks?
you could abort at 32 weeks if there's complications.
Yeah, you
or
have to have a
by-
reason.
Exactly, there's a reason.
You have to. It has to be like
I mean,
the
so
documents
at
say.
this point, you could abort basically at any point during the pregnancy now in
Talk
New York.
about indecisive. Damn.
Even
It's allowing late term abortions, but for the sake of the mother.
What constitutes
Because after a certain, like, if you take the baby out after a certain point, it can still survive.
no, but what I'm asking, like, what constitute like an emergency or like whatever? What?
Putting the mother's life in jeopardy.
So like, what if she says that like me having this baby puts my life in jeopardy?
that's basically it. That's all they need.
No, but what if she says that, but like really
No,
there's no health concern?
you need doctor's notice.
So, all right. So the conclusion is that at any point you could abort.
So if she
You
says
could
that
be
like,
1,667 weeks and you could abort.
so if she says this, having this baby, is
Who's-
not
are
making
Are you
birth?
pregnant for that long? That would
I
explain
mean,
a
that's
lot.
32 years and shit. I mean, that's what shit.
What the
They might as well. My mom just aborted me. Basically, that's what they're trying to say.
What the hell? Fuck. She only let you out for Kingdom Hearts 3?
I guess so.
Fuck.
She did. She let me out for
Listen,
Kingdom
it's not,
She
it's not
aborted
gonna
me.
get better than that, bro. So we're gonna conclude the show right here, bro. This is the Vampire Squid Show.
Peace.
Come back next week.
Wait, what?
Same squid time.
Save squid pleasure.
Squid Squad shorts.
God damn.
All right, we're going to talk about Marvel, right? Let's do this.
Wait, what?
What about Marvel, bro?
Fuck Marvel.
Well,
You
obviously,
can't really say fuck Marvel. I mean, Marvel is dominating when it comes to sort of like the movie universe. Like DC movies fucking suck balls.
But, yo, we can't talk about Marvel
Disney
in the
is
Marvel
dominating,
Cinematic Universe
technically.
without acknowledging the fact that casting Chris Hemsworth was the best thing they did. Like, no one cared about Evans, so
Why are you doing this? You're doing this to get at me.
I'm just saying.
I know you
but
are.
You like the wrong Chris.
No. I like the right Chris.
But I mean, like
For
at
me.
a point though, I would say like I kind of
Damn.
agree because like at first when it was first announced that like Chris Evans was playing Captain America, it was just like why is Johnny Storm in a completely different
Basically.
movie now? You know what I'm saying? But if you then talking about now, like he's really lived up to the role. You know what I mean? Like I can't really picture anyone
He
else.
still will be
amazing.
Johnny Storm.
But he's
amazing.
true. He's
True. He pretty much
overshadowed
is.
by Thor.
I mean, I guess.
Wait, you know how amazing Chris Hemsworth is? That his brother is not married to Miley Cyrus. That's how important. That's how amazing he is.
What
He's
the fuck
married.
does that got to do with
Yo,
fucking
shut up, nigga. It's a
Marvel and
lineage.
Thor? And
It's a
just-
lineage.
Just because
They
he's
met
associated
before
with
this
him.
happened.
Exactly.
They met before that happened.
That's fine.
No. But it's because of Chris Hemsworth.
Exactly.
You know what, bro?
Oh.
You know, to that, I'm gonna.
So she only
change.
married him to get closer to
Exactly.
Chris.
I'm
And you should do
It
the
all
same.
makes sense now
and you should
because
do the same.
Liam Hemsworth is no
Because
prize
I'm gonna
himself,
say-
right? Like
I'm gonna say fuck you guys to both that because Chris Pine's where it's at, bro.
Oh my
I
god.
love him. I
Wait,
love all
Star
the
Trek?
Chris's.
Huh?
He's the reason why
Star
Star
Trek,
Trek
dude.
won. Fuck him.
You mean
He's
the reason
what?
why?
Chris Pratt.
Oh, you mean no?
He's the reason why Thanos won.
No,
Chris Pine?
no.
No,
Thanos.
not
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt.
We're not talking about Chris Pratt.
Oh, the other
Chris
dude.
Pine is the one from.
He said, "See, just
He said
Can we
Chris
stop
Pine.
talking about
Yeah.
Chris's? Like, this is getting
no.
confusing.
That's a
I
lot
like
of
talking
Chris.
about the Chris's.
No, but I mean stop. But
Oh,
listen.
also-
Thanos won because Thor didn't. You know,
No,
throw the
they
axe at the
even
head,
said
you know what I mean?
that Thor
That's it.
needed Thanos to know that it was him that killed him, and that's what caused Thanos to snap. So Thor was the one that dropped the ball.
Thor had the
Yeah, but
opportunity.
I mean, technically,
And,
Captain America never had it, so it's fine.
Captain America held him back with his
Never
own
had
two
the
hands
ball.
on his own. No Stormbreaker, no nothing.
Excuse
Never
me.
had the
That
ball.
flip in his hair going on and everything.
and he cracked.
He did it
You know what I'm saying? The beard,
glamorous.
bro, that fucking-
And Thanos
that
cracked his knuckles right
amazing
before he put
beard.
him down because he had stiff hands and shit, his bum ass. It was over.
You're just mad because he looks like he does and you look like you do.
So this is what we do.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
Why
I
is
love
this
you.
so savage today?
Because Black Widow
haven't
looks
seen
better
all
than
the-
Cat. That's why.
Because what? Say it again.
I mean,
said-
I'm not.
he said-
Black Widow looks better than
Oh,
Cat.
she does. She does. Way better.
And
Thousands
also
times
a
better.
2x4.
Oh shit, that leads into another question. Javi, you wanted to ask Kat something on air.
Are you a lesbian?
Holy shit!
I've
Can
been
we,
hearing
like,
this.
stay
I've
on-
been waiting for
can-
this.
Are you a
Can we
lesbian?
stay on? Can we stay on topic?
Wait, this is part of the cinematic universe. Give me a second.
How?
I never said. I never said. I never said Marvel. I never said Marvel. I said cinematic universe.
Cinematic universe. In what way is Cat's sexual orientation related to cinematics?
I don't know
I need my
because
joke
we're
for
gonna
this
get a wow out of
conversation.
this at some point. So like that.
I mean,
Give me a
it could
second.
technically
You
make
think
it to
it-
screen at
Do you-
some point.
I suppose it could.
I deserve
like
to be
the
on
life
screen.
story
Not
of
really.
Cat. I mean, it could. I guess.
Movie
I
about
guess.
my life.
What?
Movie about my life.
Nigga, it's home
It's
improvement.
gonna be
It's just
starring
plywood.
Scarlett
It's
Johansson.
just plywood. You need to stop. It's home improvement. It's plywood. That's it. You're the only person I know that planks all the time. That's it. That's all I have to say about
That
that.
planks all the time on her
Yeah.
back?
Yep.
That's crazy.
You know, the character Plank was actually based off of me.
Yes.
So
There you go. That's what we're doing. Let's go with that.
But yo, we started at Home Improvement, went into. I'm sorry, we started at Marvel, went into Home Improvement, and now it's like Ed, and Eddie.
We're
talk,
gonna end up at Home Depot after this at some point. I'm not gonna lie to you, so it don't even matter.
Home Depot, pickup truck, Mexicans, building walls.
Shit. We had to go there. We had to go to building the wall.
I heard that's what the government shutdown was for.
it was.
Is that what you
because
heard?
Trump,
Absolutely
you
was,
know,
yeah.
I mean, it's
Trump
back
wanted
up
his
for
wall.
3
The
weeks, so it
Democrats
don't
wouldn't give
matter.
it to him.
So they,
And even after a certain point, the Republicans were starting to vote towards.
so I love how he does a government shutdown and serves people Big Macs and thinks it's all good.
I mean, it was his money that paid for it, so what does it matter?
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't affect me.
Exactly.
I mean, I didn't get a Big Mac.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got my
I want a Big
W-2s
Mac.
at work yesterday, and
exactly.
like,
I
you know,
wanted a
can't do
Big Mac
nothing.
too. shit.
Nah, I wanted my filet of fish. There was no filet of fish.
Actually,
had a
I
Big Mac
really
I think it
enjoyed
was.
the Filet of
Actually.
Fishes.
I just,
guy
it was the
fucking
filet of fishes.
I love it. I want one.
I thought it was
Yo,
quarter pounders everything there.
you heard
It was
Javi?
salad. What?
I had a Big Mac yesterday.
That's a lie.
Bullshit.
With no meat. That's a lie.
Big
did.
Mac with no meat.
He did.
with what?
We were ordering, and
You had
it
carne?
came across. It as I'm
Oh.
ordering, I'm going to put on mine for extra mac sauce and extra cheese, and it was like no meat. And I'm like, "Do you want a Big Mac with no meat?" He's like, "Yeah."
I put French fries in it.
He did. But yet they charge you for the extra mac sauce and the extra cheese, but they
They
don't
have
take away
bread.
price for the
You ate
extra
fries
meat
with bread.
or the no meat.
There we go.
That's
Wait.
not a burger.
I
Wait,
don't-
wait,
It had
hold
the
on.
mac
Hold
sauce
on,
and
hold on,
cheese,
hold on.
lettuce, and
Hold on.
bread.
Technically,
It had the mac
I want to
sauce
do
and
that,
everything.
but with the meat
no
patties. now,
That's all the mac. It's
There
the mac.
was no
The
mac.
mac sauce makes it the Big Mac.
No.
She's not.
yeah.
Actually,
Technically,
she's not.
she's
I mean,
not
she's not
wrong.
wrong. She's not wrong. The mac
But
sauce does
technically-
make
Otherwise,
it
it's
Big
just a
Mac.
double quarter pounder or a quarter pounder or whatever.
With extra
a
bread.
small bun.
Yeah.
With extra bread.
Yeah. So
What fucking witchcraft you guys are talking about? What is this?
the
The
good
same
kind.
witchcraft you're living off of.
I don't eat fries with bread. With this quote unquote mac sauce.
So let me ask you something. So when you order a burger, what do you eat it with on the side?
I don't
Oh,
eat. I eat it
shit.
with onion rings, bro.
That's a lie.
So he's a lie.
That's
See,
a lie.
why he
McDonald's
lying?
don't have that.
No,
He was
I
eating
eat
fries
with
last
onion
week.
rings.
Exactly. You sound stupid.
By
Shut up.
force.
You sound what?
And you ate the fries from me.
No, I ate the chicken.
No, you ate the
I
fries
stole
too.
your chicken.
And the
He
plate.
said that you treated him like he was a mother bird and like you had to feed you from his mouth.
I almost did. Because it's, yeah. Why you have to
Vomiting in
make
my
that face?
mouth.
It's not bobbling. I can show you bobbling.
So that's not, yeah.
I'm
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Yeah.
But then when you throw it up in the bed over here,
I'm not taking you to a museum. I'm vomit on the paintings.
oh my god!
Like, how you
Wait, but I
lazy
made those.
throwing up?
What?
How you throw up lazy?
How you what?
How do you throw up lazy?
You threw up lazier than me.
I didn't.
You threw it up laid down.
I was sleeping at least.
That's a lie.
You were awake. I was like, what?
I hate this. I hate him. I can't stand this bitch ass.
Anyways, back to Marvel.
Who's excited for Spider-Man Far From
Wait,
Home?
nobody answered my goddamn question.
What was the question?
It's kind of lesbian.
What do you think?
Who else is going to answer that
Who
question
would-
besides her?
I think yes.
You think yes?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't think she's a carpet
He's
muncher.
he's been telling me that you've been asking this about me
That's what I'm
for
saying.
a while.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. I'm
And
trying to
I
find.
wanted to just come in and seeing you again after all these years and just look you in the eye without even you asking and just being like, Javi, I'm a lesbian. And just to see your reaction, and I didn't do it, and I'm a little disappointed in myself.
You should have done it from the get-go.
I should have.
But now you
have
gave me
done
But
the
I
pleasure
wanted
now.
to.
Now you
That
gave me the
would've been-
pleasure. Now answer my question.
That would have been amazing. She really should have done that.
Like she should have. I would have
Yeah.
been all right.
I wanted to, but because like I hadn't seen it in so long.
It's all right. But now,
But I went straight for the fat joke,
now
so you know.
Listen, I mean, fuck this guy's feeling. You know what I mean?
I try to save myself, and I try to be a different person, which I can't, never, ever. And I try
I don't
not to
expect
go
you
to
to be.
where. Thank you. See, this is a person that knows me. They know they can never change
I
me.
appreciate the humor,
Exactly.
the mean comments.
Are you lesbian?
No, but I am bisexual.
Thank you. That's it. That's all I need. Now I understand why all the girls are where they at.
Excuse me. What does that mean?
Now I see. Now I know why she was with all those girls all the time in Instagram.
Wait, what?
That's why she has female friends?
Yes, exactly.
She has female friends because she likes
I don't
them
know.
both.
There was a lot
she
of
plays
them.
on both teams.
A lot of
okay?
them at all times.
I mean, I have a lot
I
of
was so
guy friends.
confused.
What the fuck does that mean, bro?
You
A
know
little
damn
bit.
what that means, bro.
I mean, you don't count, bro.
Shit.
You and I have a special, separate relationship.
I've seen those dreamy eyes you give me.
Oh my god!
Shit.
It all makes sense now.
It does.
I mean, you're still massaging
All
my
right,
back
guys,
this whole time.
stop.
You still
All right, listen. My wife's gonna find
You
out,
do
bro.
what
All
you
right,
foot, though.
like,
Yeah, hush,
damn.
hush, hush, shit.
Shit. My wife's gonna find out.
She's gonna be like, I
Shit.
fucking knew the whole time.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
no.
Oh well, but it's good. We got it all.
That explains nothing. No, he didn't get it on
Nah,
that.
I know. It was really-
Nothing.
I'm just fucking around. Who
I
cares?
love my friends.
I know.
My friends make me so happy.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Oh, they
do.
most wait. They most definitely do. They most definitely.
Funny thing is, with my friends, I've never, not once. It's like blinders.
Didn't make a dent.
Nope.
Oh. Well, there it goes. There's a reference. I was waiting for him to say it the whole time.
Since the last episode?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was waiting for it. Really,
The
literally
whole
saying
time,
it
bro. Like 3
the
hours
whole
later,
time.
you
And he
finally
even
got
do it
it.
the way he was supposed to do it. He just threw it out there. Mad subliminal and shit.
You know what it is? He didn't want to give you the satisfaction.
I know. I
Wow,
feel like-
because now I live my life according to how Javi's going to feel about what I do.
Oh,
No.
that's our anti-red pill. Oh.
What?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I was lost there.
So-
Marvel.
confused.
So Marvel.
I was waiting for him to react.
Like, what?
What? All right, so what Marvel, what?
Spider-Man
No.
Far From Home.
I feel like it's going to be a great movie.
The question is, how is he still making a movie when he disappeared?
This is after.
Oh,
It's
It's
there's
after.
gonna be a Doctor Strange too, and like you know who's coming back. Chris Evans is gonna die. A lot of the mains are gonna die, and they're gonna bring in the new generation of Marvel, and that's what's gonna happen. Which is Spider-Man: Far From Home, Doctor Strange 2, like everyone else. Like
People,
carry on.
you have to understand that this is all based on a comic book that was written a long time ago. So we already know the outcome of this. So we know people are coming back. We know some people are not coming back. And because it's the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, which is outside the comic, we just don't know. We just don't know who's coming back this time around. We know who. I can tell you right now who's coming back from the comic book. But for right now, I'm telling you right now that we for sure are not going to know who's coming back.
Just look at the film list.
I mean, you could see them. They could be like how can I say that? They could be like pop-ups of the past and shit. They
Yeah, that's
show
what I was gonna
people.
say.
Because it's already
Exactly.
confirmed, another Spider-Man, another Doctor Strange. There's going to be a Black Panther.
That's fine.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and
Guardians of
they
the
all.
Oh, wait, hold
died.
on. Wait. I want to jump into the topic right after this one.
Yeah.
You can confirm those movies, but you're not confirming that the characters that are dead in the Avengers are going to be in those movies. That's what I'm saying. The problem is not that the movies are confirmed or the movies are not coming.
Yeah, but you
The-
just gotta look at the fact that like Dave Bautista was arguing that he wasn't going to be in Guardians 3 if what's his
Exactly.
face. So you know he was supposed to
Why
be
do
coming
you do
back.
that? I told you, give me a second.
Oh,
Damn,
I'm
I was
sorry.
going to
I'm
jump
sorry.
right
I
into that
didn't-
after that.
I'm not in your head.
All right. So just give me a second for that Guardian of the
Okay,
Galaxy
okay.
thing. That's what I want to go after.
We're not talking about Spider-Man anymore.
We're not talking about Spider-Man.
Huh?
We
Oh,
stopped. We've been
Oh,
stopped.
you guys done?
So all I'm saying, all
Covering his ears for spoilers. Like, we're done with Spider-Man. We're, just
Yeah,
talking,
I like to go in fresh.
we're talking about the,
all right. All I'm saying,
future movies
all I'm
that
saying
they
is,
sell
all I'm
us.
saying for the movies that are coming out, we don't know if the characters that we know are the ones that are coming back. They might just be recasting everybody and just starting fresh.
Well,
I actually think that's good because a lot of the actors, their contracts are up, and if you think about it, this is a great way to sort of
reset them.
introduce new actors playing established characters.
Remember,
within the movie universe.
there's many versions of each of those characters.
Yeah.
There's many versions of Thor. There's many versions of Captain America. Many versions, so far and so forth. So regardless of the matter, regardless of what movie's coming out, we don't know exactly who's gonna play them. So for right now, I feel like this Endgame is gonna be great for the cinematic universe to clean it up.
I'm curious though because I don't know how true it is, but I had heard that Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, had like a 9-movie contract with Marvel. So do you think he's gonna be picking up like if Captain America does die? Do you think he's gonna pick up the mantle because they're just gonna keep him on as?
It's possible. It's possible. It's highly possible.
Two things will probably happen. It's gonna either be he might end up taking up the mantle because he does do that in the comics. Falcon has done it too. Falcon ended up becoming Captain America, or Captain Marvel is gonna take the place of Captain America.
Yeah, that also.
I'm curious. I already bought my opening fan night event ticket for Captain Marvel. I'm curious to see how that's gonna go.
Keep in mind, the comic book Civil War 2 was a battle between Captain Marvel and Iron Man. So they might go for that, and they're really trying to push for Captain Marvel being the quote-unquote strongest character in the Marvel Universe, and the best way to push it is that she will be the new quote-unquote captain
Isn't
of the
Squirrel
Avengers.
Girl technically?
Fuck Squirrel Girl. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're no.
Damn, who told her about that?
Don't ask questions.
Single-handedly defeat Thanos.
I remember that.
I'm not. No.
I remember that. All right, now.
If you want to get into like the
now back to the question. I was going. Now back to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Are they keeping the same script? Because that was the big issue with Dave Bautista and all the
they're
actors.
not. You know, they're not going to let us know that. Like
shit. Because
if people find out that they kept the same script, then it's going to cause an uproar, and because then they're going to have to give him some kind of royalties for that.
Okay, I mean, do we know that Dave Bautista officially drop out?
No, I think we would have seen a lot more about that. If
I think it was more of a I'm saying this to see if it changes their mind, not to actually do it. Because I think he was on contract, so he might have to there be a breach somewhere.
Locked in.
Yeah, there might be a breach somewhere where if he tries to pull that off, it might be a financial issue for him more than per se the movie. But other than that, I think that's what I was asking. Like, are they really just going along with this with the script that this guy left behind and shit? That's more where my question lies.
But the thing is, you got to think about like production and when the movie's supposed to come out, and like, did they have time to wait for a new script?
Yeah, that's another thing. But
True, but
it's been delayed. It's been delayed already.
If you think about it too, like, because then if they're the guy that they're getting to replace Gunn is most likely not going to want to pick up where he left off. He's going to want to do his own thing.
It's
you know what I mean?
I had heard that like
Suicide Squad dude.
Oh.
What? What's the name?
The director of the Suicide Squad. Where the fuck?
People wanted like Taika
Waititi.
I never know how to say his name.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people wanted him to come in and direct it.
Yeah.
I mean, which is fine.
I would have been great with that.
mean, it would be great, but like, now you could direct it, but are you gonna direct the same script or not? And my issue with that,
I think that's not up to him.
That's what I'm saying. But my issue is that the two first movies were so good that you think you might ruin it after that.
But think about the Thors. He came in and made the Thors way better. Like Thor Ragnarok, I loved Thor
Ragnarok wasn't bad, but to be honest,
Thor Ragnarok exactly. I'm going with it. It wasn't bad, but it should have been two separate movies.
Right. But I mean that actually then goes into just them not having the rights to
another issue.
Incredible Hulk. You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing like Planet Hulk as its separate movie, they just combine two different stories into one movie, and that really just came.
But that's
down
not
to
really his
licensing.
fault. That's not
True. That's not
right. But like for me, like I didn't hate Ragnarok. My issue with Ragnarok was just like, especially if you go into like Thor 2. Thor 2, in my opinion, was good, but it rating wise, it didn't do very well because a lot of people kind of felt that like it had a really dark tone to it, where like the first movie sort of had like its little comical moments, and like the second movie was
called Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah,
right,
true.
right. Which
like I enjoyed the first two Thors also.
I enjoyed,
which I think the first one should have been a little darker too, knowing who you're fighting and stuff like that. Because the Destroyer is a very important character.
I mean, like true. I mean, and it still had its charm. Like it was still, like charming and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just then you go into like you had like the first one, I mean, was good. You have part 2, which in my opinion was good, but it sort of removed a lot of the comical aspects of it. And then you go into 3, and 3 it just felt too much of a comedy movie. You know what I mean? It's like you had Guardians of the Galaxy, which a lot of people going to the movie had no idea what the Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Yeah.
And the movie did amazing. The movie was outstanding. So now you have the Ragnarok, which in my opinion it followed Guardians of the Galaxy's formula way too much.
Yeah.
Like it was just it had too many comedic points into it.
But then if you think like collectively for the audiences, if people didn't enjoy the tone of the Dark World, then they came in enjoying Ragnarok a little more. Like, can you blame them for going in that direction?
No.
Because I know, like, we're speaking in what
yes,
we,
no.
Yeah.
but as what's pulling in ratings and money for them, if Dark World, if people didn't like it, they're not going to stick with that same tone.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
true, but in my opinion, I don't give a fuck about how much money they make, bro. Make the movie right.
I mean, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, a lot of the like side like campaigns and like skits and stuff that people have done with Helmsworth and seeing Thor in that comical like view got a lot of good what was it? It got a lot of good input, which is what encouraged them to say, let's make the next Thor movie a little more comical. Because a lot of these like talk show skits and stuff, like I'm pretty sure you guys have seen those little funny things of like Thor working out and he's talking.
Oh, where he's like what he's doing when he wasn't with the Avengers.
Exactly.
I love those.
Those resonated very well with the fans. And a lot of people like that comical version of him, which kind of encouraged them to make a more comedic third Thor movie. Because they saw
But he's great funny. Like
exactly, he's great funny. People didn't really like the dark version of it, so they said people don't like the dark version.
Alone.
Let's try this funny version. People are actually resonating well with this comedic Thor. So then, fuck it, let's bank on that, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, not no Chris
They're going
Evans.
I
with
liked it too. I like that fucking portal ending where it's going through the portals and it was portal.
Jeff Goldblum is gold. Also.
No. The
Like,
best part
always.
about it was that the villain was played by the first Dr. Christopher Eccleston. So yeah, there you go.
Of course.
Little Doctor
This guy,
Who. Yeah.
yes, I'm sorry, I'm taking this away from you, bro. Fuck you, trying to sneak in Doctor Who fucking trivia in there.
Doctor Who everywhere.
This guy, bro.
The world will know.
Who?
This guy.
Doctor Who, bro.
Oh, I guess. Doctor Who. Who the fuck is that?
I'm gonna get you a little TARDIS for your birthday.
No, stop.
He's gonna be
Which would
amazing.
mean nothing to him.
Exactly.
I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna tattoo a TARDIS on his back,
Oh,
you
shit.
sure?
and you'll never know. You'll be like, "Why is my
gonna be a
back
big
so
TARDIS.
itchy?"
Wait, what?
Bigger on the inside. Woo!
You gonna get you a big, you get you a TARDIS so you can travel back in time to before you got fat.
That's my whole life.
Oh damn! I forget
Yeah.
about it.
Wait, wasn't he aborted?
Oh
Yes,
shit!
you're right.
At like 1,300 months.
1,667.
My nigga, Javi was the biggest fetus in to ever like have been. I wonder how your dad felt like shooting you out. You were literally the only sperm that came out.
We're
There
like
was
a
no
kidney
space for
stone.
anyone else.
You call me a kidney
You were
stone?
like a kidney stone.
You came out. Damn, really?
I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Like everywhere.
You came out like printing paper. So shut up. Tell you shit.
What is happening?
Everyone knew that you came out of your dad. Like when it happened, everyone knew it.
Ah.
You made a sound. You
Literally
made
like
a
that.
sound and
Ah. Oh.
everything. Yo, you know how like when sometimes like, a woman gives birth and they have to like give her like a stitch or two. They had to stitch your dad's pee hole.
Jesus Christ. See, for Kat, that wasn't a product. She came out like a sheet of paper. Like
I
that.
would have sliced them both open.
Came out thin.
Killed my parents.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn, I just thought about paper cuts down. That's crazy.
All right.
No,
That's it. I'm
thank you.
done. That's it. All right. Any other thoughts on the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I am really hoping Captain Marvel doesn't bomb because I'm hearing very bad things about it.
Stop that. I hope not.
Like I'm hearing like very weird, like a lot. I don't know.
I wasn't happy with the choice for
here.
Captain Marvel, but
That's
I'm
one of the
giving her a
biggest things.
chance.
That's one of the
Let me
biggest
give it. The only thing that worries me is that they're gonna push this on the agenda so much.
Oh, they are. It's already been established. They're pushing the agenda.
They're pushing the agenda so much that it's gonna overshadow the movie completely.
It's already been established. That's most likely going to happen, which is getting me worried.
That's the worst part.
It's the biggest thing, yeah.
They're gonna
Maybe
push.
it's like thing you have to consider is that Adam Warlock is not going to be included in this.
And that's a sad part because he's a very important person.
Very important person.
Yeah, like
So
I haven't read the comics, but that's one thing. Like Adam Warlock, I heard is like a huge part
He
of
is
it.
super important.
Super important.
And it's crazy because in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, at the end,
Didn't they introduce him?
They introduced a glimpse of him.
Yeah, like because then
But that's
they
it, though.
introduced him, and I googled him, and they were like, he's like the biggest part of the Marvel universe, and I'm like, okay, so where's this gonna go? And they haven't gone anywhere.
And,
with it.
the crazy thing,
not going to go anywhere.
and the crazy thing is that him being a very important, a villain is actually created because of him, which is very important also to the cinema, to the whole universe. And it don't seem like that's gonna happen.
Because what it looks like now is what they're going to do is they're going to try to make Captain Marvel the focal point of it, as in like she is literally the key to stopping Thanos.
That's what they're really making it sound like.
They're trying to put her on such a high pedestal,
Like,
and
they're using her to pretty much replace Adam in a sense.
And
Like,
that's
And they've
and I think,
forgotten
and I
about
think
Squirrel
that's gonna
Girl.
be their biggest mistake.
I mean, for people who follow Marvel and understand like just everything that's supposed to go down the way it was written in the comic book wise, yes. But I mean, people who are just following movies,
I'm telling you, it's at some point the big change is gonna be noticeable enough that even people that don't read the comics are gonna say like, all right, this don't look right.
I mean, to like the majority of people who don't follow comic books and just only watch the movies, they're probably not going to see the change.
I think
Yeah, the Russo brothers are doing a pretty good job with the movies, like Infinity
yeah,
War.
but I mean, I see. I don't know why, but I just have this thing with the whole situation with Captain Marvel and the whole aspect of her and the agenda they're trying to push, that I feel like people are gonna notice that. All right, at some point it's gonna be like, can't you really do that?
Yeah, it's like subconsciously a lot of people are going to be like, this feels a little shoehorned in.
Yes, exactly. That's
Mhm.
that's exactly where I'm heading at. Like it's gonna look like it doesn't fit at some point because there's a lot of with Adam Warlock. There's a lot of questions that get answered right away for him being introduced and the way he is in the whole universe.
Isn't her because like I said, I don't know the comics, but I go and Google when something new comes up. Isn't her history very dark? Like that's something they're not. If it is like if that is, they're not gonna want to really show that dark. They're not gonna try to be like the DC universe.
No, it seems like the Cliff Notes, really, of her origin. That's it.
Yeah, they're not gonna push behind what her origins are.
But that's the thing. Everyone else had like their origin story and like how they got where they are, and
That's another problem. That's why I say that it's not. You're gonna see that. So it's gonna be
people
wrong.
are going to be questioning why she's so
Exactly.
strong, why
Like,
she's coming in, defeating
she's-
Thanos. She's the new team leader.
Exactly. You see.
Yeah.
Now you see where it's going. Like,
And
Yeah.
well, with that, you got to understand that a lot of these characters have at least 3 to 4 movies under their belt, 2 to 3 to 4 movies under their belt. So if they were to defeat Thanos, it would feel earned. This is her first movie, and to see that as her first move, and for her to come in and to be so powerful, a lot of people would be like, I mean, that's cool, no, but did she earn the right to be at the top?
See, this is where I would say, like, you're gonna feel that difference with her.
Are they going to push her as like you think the new team leader?
I
rather
feel
than
like
Iron
she's
Man?
gonna be the new.
Like,
I feel like she's gonna be at some point. She's gonna be a very important person.
I mean, think about it. Like, it's good marketing. I mean, they literally have Marvel in her name. Marvel Studios Captain Marvel. So it's a no-brainer. They're going to put her in the forefront. Marvel's in her fucking name.
yeah.
So it's a logical marketing tactic, but you know, it's a lot of people are going to be raising eyebrows about it.
Yeah, it's gonna bother even the people that don't follow comics.
okay, now to then ask this question: do you think people are going to be raising their eyebrows because it's a woman, or would it have made a difference if they went with the original Captain Marvel, which was like a male?
I think.
Would it have the same impact?
I think. I don't think that the agenda behind Captain Marvel is the issue. I think more of the amount of time they put and invested into her is what really is gonna bother the people.
Mm-hmm.
Because the agenda's there, everybody's gonna notice the agenda, and then the only people that are gonna realize that she was supposed to be a man at some point, that she was supposed to that original character was a male,
Right.
was only people that have read the comics for that long.
True.
So
Because the Captain Marvel in the upcoming movie, the female Captain Marvel was originally Miss Marvel, who is now in the comic books is now Captain Marvel.
yeah,
But now we're getting the movies and they're kind of just bypassing that entire thing.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like for that part of the agenda, it's something that we already realized that's gonna happen. and them pushing it the way it's fine. That's where I'm coming from is if she's gonna be one of those noticeable like changes where the universe now people starting to pick eye on that they're changing too much.
You know what I gotta say? I'm leaning optimistic because I feel like Marvel really hasn't done too dirty with anything. So I feel like they're gonna do it justice rather than causing people to question.
I hope so. I hope so
too.
I hope so, but in a sense, like person who's read who enjoys all these comics and grew up on them, so and they'll vouch for me. Like the original stories are amazing, and they kept us there a long time. You understand me? And for them to change it into a certain way to push whatever they're doing, I feel it's not correct. You understand me? That's the only thing. That's the only thing that bothers more.
But like, do you think then that they have gone with the female in order to capitalize on the whole women's movement and everything that's going on?
Yes,
Of course.
they are. That's
It's easy marketing.
That's easy marketing.
It is, but then is that so wrong to do? But because
If it's
you're
done
giving,
right.
that's what I'm hoping for. And let's say it's done right.
If it's done right,
Is it
we cannot.
It's not wrong. It's just annoying.
All right. Yes, he's right. It is.
But then to people that have never read the comics, they don't
they're
realize
not gonna realize
that they're pushing the female Captain Marvel.
So then let's.
So it wouldn't even like phase them as
True,
this is
true.
a whole women's movement kind of
But-
thing.
So then let's think of this in the viewpoint of just as a movie in general. In terms of just the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've grown up with Iron Man. We've grown up with Captain America, Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. We as a whole of Phase 1 and Phase 2 have seen everyone and their relevance to the ending of this saga, to Endgame, in every way. Ant-Man's knowledge of the quantum realm, Captain America and how he's grown as a character, Iron Man and how he's grown as a character, and his knowledge of like how the universe is now, the Guardians and their relationship to Thanos, everyone. There is a specific relevance to them. And to have this newbie, whether it's male or female, this newbie come in and have Marvel Studios and all the marketing emphasize that she is the key to everything. Mind you, one movie has not come out yet. It's going to be a little like, you better
But
do it right.
Also, remember, this movie is going to be them ushering in, this is saying goodbye to the past 10 years and ushering in the new generation of Marvel characters that they're going to be bringing out and all the stories that they're going to be ending.
Yes. So, yeah.
That, she may come in as the one big one and
Like
people
the
might be
new
questioning
generation.
why, but she might be the leader of the new generation.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with her being like the passing of the torch. I'm fine with that. I am just afraid
Because they're not going to let all our favorites go out like that.
That's what
like
I want. I want
like
them
a
to
dim
go.
candle.
I want them to go out in glory, and I want her to be the passing of the torch. I don't want her to be the one person that saves their ass. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want all these heroes.
No, I hope they don't do that either. Because
Exactly.
if they did that, I'd be very disappointed.
Somebody's got to do it.
Dude, Hulk, bro.
Man, why did they just bring out Cosmic Spider-Man?
No, we all know.
Because the thing is, if you think about it, remember, in terms of Thanos and everything, everyone needs their type of conclusion. We have Drax. Drax has been on a revenge thing for Thanos because, him killing his parent, his family and stuff. He needs to have a conclusion. Thor needs to have a conclusion because what he did with
Captain
Loki.
America's going to finally lay down his life like he's tried to do so many times.
Captain America needs to lay down his life. Iron Man needs to do his thing. Every specific character has some type of peeve that they need to get out of the way of Thanos. And to have Captain Marvel come in a way, take care of it all is going to do a disservice to everyone's grudge against him. Because this is a grudge that's been going on throughout most of these movies. Because Thanos has been teased since the very first Marvel movie. And mostly all the characters have some type of tether to this villain. And for her to come in and kind of just like, oh, I got this, is going to play a disservice to all their story arcs.
You know what? I feel that if she had like the kill shot, I don't think I would mind so much as long as they did all the other characters justice, like a big team effort kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that because then that would be cementing her in as ushering in when everyone else is gone.
My biggest fear would probably be I hope they don't do the Justice League route, because in the Justice League movie, most of that movie was just we have to get Superman back.
Yeah.
And the whole movie was just a mission to get Superman back so he could kind of kick his ass.
Yeah.
dude. I felt like when we were talking about like Justice League, they didn't leave Superman dead long enough for it to have an impact.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's just like they had one movie, he sacrificed himself, they beat Doomsday, he dies. The very next movie, they bring him back. You know what I mean? Like they didn't leave his death long enough for us to feel it.
Yep. That sounds about right. And the DC movies are trash anyway, so it's alright.
Aquaman was decent.
Aquaman's trash too.
Aquaman was
No, Aquaman's
decent.
trash too.
Dude,
Aquaman was better than Justice League.
And everything is better than Justice League.
True.
Like a Pretty Little Liars is better than fucking Justice League. Are you kidding me?
What is
Are you serious?
No, that show got so confusing after a while.
But it's
I
still
stopped
better.
watching.
Okay, I
Still
don't
better.
understand.
rather
How
do-
do we go from fucking high budget movie to like a fucking
That's how bad it is.
cable network show?
That's how bad it is.
So, question. What does this button do?
Well, that was abrupt. Not sure what just happened. Obviously, Cedro was touching things he shouldn't have been touching. But anyways, I guess we're going to end this episode on that note. So, once again, we are the Vampire Squid Show, and we're out. Peace.
Goodbye.
Don't forget to follow the Vampire Squid Show on Stitcher, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Twitter. Once again, thank you for listening.